Hey guys, I've got a small project here that I thought I would share with you. I purchased a jib crane. It's it's not a big one. It's a small jib crane with a 400 or 500 pound weight limit. My plan is to install it here next to the plasma table. In the floor, it bolts into the floor so that I can pick up sheets of steel. I've got this cart with 4x4 sheets of steel in it, and I've been using my little engine hoist to pick them up and move them, but I think it would be a lot more convenient to just have something which is stationary, can swing over, pick up a sheet of steel, and set it on the plasma table. So I'm going to unbox this thing. I haven't seen it. We'll see what it looks like. See how it installs, and ultimately how and if it works. All right. All right, so it's a Davit 500 by Oz lifting products. So I'm assuming that's a 500-pound capacity. Here's a picture of what it's supposed to look like. Steel davit, crane, working load limit 500 pounds, proof load 625 pounds. Yeah, looks like it's bolted down to a larger, in this picture it looks like it's bolted to a larger base plate. Alright, so we'll see. This is the pedestal base. Let's open that up and see what that looks like. I'm going to say that the original packaging from the vendor was inadequate as it broke through the box, and it looks like it was retaped by UPS well, this is FedEx. So not the greatest packing job on this pedestal, at least. Though the larger box that had the Davit crane in it, is, totally intact and is in good shape. So, not sure why one part was packed so much less securely than the other. I mean, it doesn't appear to be damaged or anything, but not the greatest packing job. I'm just looking at the requirements here for installing the base. Securely fastened using 1/2-inch coarse thread fasteners, least grade 5, 80 foot-pounds, torque, without lubrication. I'm going to install this little jib crane. I've got it. I'm going to place it here at the corner of the plasma table so that the arm can extend out and pick up a sheet of metal here or out of this rack. If I pick it out of this rack, I use an edge lifter, and then I'll lay it flat on the floor, and then I'll use my magnetic lifter to pick up the sheet horizontally and then swing around and lay it on the table. So I think this is the best spot for it. I'm going to drill holes and put anchors in the floor. So we'll do that now. All right, these are the anchors I plan to use. There's 1/2-inch sleeve anchors. They require a 5/8 inch hole. I don't have and couldn't find locally a 5-inch bit, a 5/8 inch bit for my big hammer drill, my SDS Plus hammer drill. I have a 1/2-inch bit. This works so much better than the DeWalt hammer drill. I mean, this is battery powered. But I did find a 5/8 inch bit for this drill. This bit won't fit the SDS drill. So I'm going to drill pilot holes with this 1/2-inch bit and then go in with the 5/8 inch bit and enlarge the holes. That'll make it a lot less work for this drill. And this drill just goes in the concrete like butter. So that's what I'm doing. I cut the expander sleeves to length because my holes are all not all the same depth. They're all at least 4 inches deep, but a couple of them are about a 1/2 inch short of the others. I actually destroyed my DeWalt hammer drill, I believe. It no longer works. I think I stripped the transmission in it. It's hard to believe. It's a pretty new drill, maybe a couple years old. Hasn't seen a lot of hard work, but driving a 5/8 inch masonry bit into this concrete, I don't understand it. It kept slipping out of high speed. It has 3 speeds, 1, 2, and 3. I was running it in the middle speed, number 2, and it kept slipping into first gear, and then finally it feels like it's just stripped all the gears, or the input gear or something. I'm not happy about that. I mean, it's an expensive drill, and you expect it to hold up, to break your wrist before it breaks the transmission. Anyway, I finished up the holes with my corded Hitachi, 1/2-inch Hitachi drill. It wasn't a hammer drill, but it was, it worked okay. I actually broke one of the 5/8 inch, the carbide tip on one of the 5/8 inch drill bits. I had a second one, so I put that in there and finished off the holes. So I cut the expander sleeves to the appropriate length for each hole. And so next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and set the anchors in the holes, and then we'll set the base plate on it and see how this goes. All right, this concrete is 5 years old. It's very hard. 1, 3, 2, 4. All right, so this is 3. There. 4. 2. And 1. That's in there. I may wind up cutting these studs off. Actually, I probably need to do that. All right, let's cut the studs off. All right, I cut the two off that were the longest. I'm going to leave them a little bit until I'm happy with the situation in case I need to put, I mean, the possibility is I'll need to, I've leveled it with a level. Got a torpedo level on it, and it's, this moves around a little bit, so it's plumb within, you know, the range of this little bit of play. The only reason I don't cut the studs off further is I want to leave enough room in case I need to mount jam nuts underneath the base plate in order to level it, you know, to level it more. So, I mean, the other way to mount it is to put nuts underneath and nuts on top, and then use that to level the base plate perfectly. It's good for the base plate to be in contact with the floor, though. So I'm going to leave them like this in case I decide to come back and do that. But I think it'll be fine. We're not talking about large loads, a couple 100 pounds, and I think this will work fine. All right, let's see what it looks like with the boom mounted. I think that Davit crane worked pretty well. Didn't feel like it was stressed. It has a brake on the spool, so when you lower it, it doesn't. It has a brake. It's a controlled descent, which I like, which is nice. Didn't feel like it was overly stressed. It didn't bend or anything. So, I mean, that was 1/4 inch. I think 1/4 inch plate, 4x4, probably weighs 200 pounds, something like that. Maybe 2 1/4. I think 3/8 is 375, so it'd be like 2 1/4. I think yeah, something like that. Anyway, it worked great. So I think this is going to work out. It certainly makes handling the sheets of steel safer, and you know, avoids potential damage to the table trying to, you know, muscle a 200-pound or 100 and, I mean, so this is 100 pounds probably. It's half a sheet, it's a 2x4 foot piece, so it's probably 100 pounds up on the table. So I've got a couple pieces of to cut out of the 1/4 inch, so I needed to change out the sheet of 3/16 I had on there, which was just old scrap from previous projects, to 1/4 inch, so I can start cutting out. I need to cut out the parts for the tensioner, and potentially some parts for the hydro controls. So for the Cub Cadet mini dozer build. Okay, Davit crane seems to be working. I did wind up ordering the electric winch version, so that's coming next week sometime. When that comes, I'll share that with you. We'll put it on and we'll see. The advantage of that is it gives you a 10-foot pendant push button control, which means you can operate it up and down while you're managing the piece of metal. So that would be much more convenient than this hand crank. It is a 1 horsepower, they say, 1 horsepower motor in that winch. So we'll see how that works. I'll share that with you when I get that. That'll be next week. All right, so that's it for right now. Hey guys, it's been about a week and I received the electric winch I mentioned for the Davit crane. So this is what we looked at, and it came with a manual winch. I've got the electric winch here, Oz Lifting Products. So we're going to put this on and see how that works. Just to make sure it turns on and off. All right, so this pendant controls have off and run and then in and out. So if you want to go out, you want to go in. I'm not sure I care for that. I would almost prefer that it just have in and out. I don't know why, you know, it has to have. This is momentarily, so maybe it's I don't know. It's different from the other winches I've seen, but it also says 3 minutes of continuous use requires 20 minutes of cool down. So, okay, well, we'll see how that works. 3 minutes is probably all I would need at a time anyway. All right, let's see how we attach this to the crane. The winch is not set up to accept that swaged on ball on the end. It's just clamps the cable. So I'm going to just take advantage of that, and since I have way more cable than I need, I'm going to cut about 15 feet off. All right, I've got the cable on. Let's see if it'll pick up a piece of steel here. See what it will do. I'll put the edge lifter hook on it and we'll pick up. We got the, let's try it with the 3/8 inch. All right, that concludes this shop improvement video for the lifting davit for the plasma table. I hope you enjoyed it. I have no affiliation or responsibility to this company whatsoever. I paid for all this myself. There's no sponsorship or anything. We'll see how it works. It lifted the large piece of 3/8 inch, which is probably the heaviest I'll ever use. I don't know that I would ever use 1/2 inch, though the table has the ability, the capacity to do that. In any case, if you enjoyed the video, would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future episodes on the channel. And I appreciate everybody watching. Leave a comment, and I look at all the comments and I answer as many as I can, especially those that ask questions. I certainly try to answer them, and we'll see you guys on the next video.